Welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today. You know that feeling, right? That sudden rush of adrenaline, the absolute visceral thrill of deciding, yes, I'm taking a trip. Your cursor is hovering right over that shiny Book Now button, and you can literally taste the adventure. But hold on just a second. Even the most seasoned travelers get a severe case of booking blindness when they're faced with a great deal. Before you click, there are some incredibly vital blind spots we really need to address. Because honestly, this isn't just some beginner's guide, this is a masterclass in avoiding the hidden traps of travel. The difference between a trip you're going to cherish forever and one you'll want to forget entirely, well, it all comes down to what you do in these crucial moments before you buy. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why we need to pause. We all have that idealized dream, right? Perfectly smooth journeys, immersing ourselves effortlessly into vibrant new cultures, creating these picture-perfect, unforgettable memories. But without preparation, that dream instantly morphs into a jarring reality. We're talking stressful logistics, agonizing delays, and those dreaded hidden costs that just completely drain your bank account. The stark difference between that beautiful expectation and the harsh reality almost always comes down to one simple thing: preparation. To help you bridge that gap, we're going to walk through a sequential, foolproof pre-flight checklist. This is going to transform your mindset from impulsive booking to strategic, stress-free planning. Our agenda today covers 1. Plan before you pay, 2. Budget beyond the basics, 3. Verify your travel documents, 4. Choose the right support, and 5. Prioritize your safety. Let's get into it. Okay, let's dive into this with Section 1. Plan before you pay. It is the absolute foundation of your trip. These steps are the foundational groundwork that absolutely separates amateur vacationers from elite travelers. You have got to take the time to properly research your destination before booking a single thing. Check the best travel seasons and weather conditions, look into those visa requirements early on, figure out the local transportation, and meticulously map out your accommodation options. Even veterans sometimes skip the microclimate checks or hyperlocal transit maps, and it leaves them utterly stranded the second they clear customs. By front-loading this research, you are saving yourself a tremendous amount of time, money, and unnecessary stress later on. A little groundwork now pays massive dividends when your feet actually hit the ground. Let's move to Section 2 and see how this builds on our plan. Budget beyond the basics, also known as the hidden cost iceberg. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it perfectly visualizes that iceberg metaphor. Most travelers, even the seasoned pros, stare at that biggest slice, flights and hotels, and think, great, my entire budget is magically sorted. But check out the rest of the expenses looming beneath the surface. You've got baggage fees that airlines love to tack on at the last minute, travel insurance, daily meals, and crucially, emergency spending. We have all felt the absolute shock of having to buy a $15 airport sandwich just to survive a layover, right? If you forget to budget for local transportation, internet access, or those surprise fees, your carefully planned budget can sink incredibly fast. Smart travelers always prepare well beyond the basics. Next up is Section 3. Verify your travel documents. This is the ultimate deal breaker. The stakes here are just incredibly high. Consider this rule of thumb. One small document mistake can delay or even cancel an entire trip. I really want you to let the weight of that sink in for a second. We've all either experienced it or heard the horror stories. That specific visceral panic of standing in the passport control line and realizing something's wrong, or discovering your passport is actually expired the night before an international flight. With paperwork, there is absolutely zero margin for error. None. To prevent that absolute nightmare, you must walk through these non-negotiable steps. Step 1, confirm your passport validity immediately. Step 2, complete your visa requirements well in advance of your departure date. And Step 3, match your travel info to your official documents exactly. Like if your plane ticket says Bob, but your passport officially says Robert, you might literally be denied boarding right at the gate. You must double-check absolutely everything before booking. It sounds simple, but it is the ultimate deal breaker. Moving right along to Section 4, choose the right support. This is all about guidance for peace of mind. Here is the truly reassuring part. Travel planning is intense, but you absolutely don't have to face the logistics alone. Professional support can step in to cover so many bases for you. They can handle booking your flights, processing those complicated visas, finding the perfect accommodations, and planning out a seamless itinerary. By leveraging professional help, you avoid costly mistakes and a whole lot of unnecessary confusion.
Ultimately, having the right guidance buys you true peace of mind throughout your entire journey.
And finally, Section 5. Prioritize your safety so you can travel with real confidence. Everything we've discussed so far means absolutely nothing if you aren't safe. Personal safety is the bedrock of any successful adventure. So let's walk through these actionable, non-negotiable items. First, keep copies of your important documents. Having digital backups on your phone and physical copies in a separate bag can be a literal lifesaver. Second, stay informed on local regulations and safety guidelines for wherever you're heading. And third, always share your travel plans with someone you trust back home. Prepared travelers are the ones who can actually travel with real, unshakable confidence.
So, the crucial point is, what does smart travel actually mean in practice? Well, it's about enjoying the journey with confidence, comfort, and peace of mind by prioritizing preparation over impulsive booking. Travel is far, far more than just reaching a physical destination. It's about the security and the joy of the journey itself. When you are informed, prepared, and totally ready for the experience ahead, that is when you create those truly unforgettable memories. If you're ready to put all of this into practice, remember that your journey starts with the right preparation. Head over to travel.org to get started. And if you want to dive a little deeper into the specifics we covered today, check out travel.org/CTC1. Also, be sure to follow and DM them at Travelism on all social platforms just to make sure you stay informed and totally prepared. I want to leave you with one final provocative thought today. You have the destination in mind, but are you actually prepared for the journey? I challenge you to apply this very checklist to your next trip before you even think about hitting that Book Now button. Prepare your plan, map your budget, verify those documents, lean on support, and prioritize your safety. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, here is to making your next adventure your safest and most unforgettable one yet.